Hello everyone. Welcome back to our chapter on agriculture. In part 1, we learned about farming types like subsistence farming and shifting cultivation. Now in part 2, we are going to explore the more advanced side of agriculture, like commercial farming, major crops, agricultural development, food security, and some very interesting case studies from India and the USA. So let's begin. Before we start, let's see what we will learn in this part. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to explain commercial farming and its types, identify major crops, and understand what conditions crops need to grow. We will also learn what agricultural development means and why food security is so important. And finally, we will compare farming in India and the USA using case studies. Sounds exciting, right? Let's warm up first. Let's begin with a quick 2-minute matching activity. Look at the crops and their groups. Rice is a food crop. Cotton is a fiber crop. Tea is a beverage crop. Now think about this question. Which type of farming uses machines and large farms? Yes, that is commercial farming. Great start. Now let's understand it properly. Commercial farming means farming done mainly for selling in the market, not only for eating at home. It is usually done on a large area, and farmers invest a lot of money and capital. Most of the work is done by machines, not by hand. Commercial farming includes 3 main types: commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation agriculture. Let's understand each one step by step. First is commercial grain farming. In this type, crops like wheat and maize are grown mainly to sell. This farming is common in temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. These farms are very large. But because winters are severe in those areas, farmers usually grow only one crop in a year. Now let's see another type of commercial farming. Next is mixed farming. Mixed farming means the land is used for more than one purpose. Farmers grow a food crops, a fodder crops, and also rear livestock like cows and sheep. So, mixed farming is like a combination of crop farming plus animal farming. Now let's move to the third and very famous type, plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture is very interesting because here farmers grow only one single crop on a large area. For example, tea, coffee, sugarcane, rubber, banana, cashew, and cotton. This type needs a lot of labor, a lot of money, factories nearby for processing, and a strong transport network. For example, rubber is grown in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka. Now that we understood commercial farming, let's explore the major crops of the world. Crops can be grouped into 3 main categories: food crops like wheat, rice, maize, millets; fiber crops like cotton and jute; beverage crops like tea and coffee. These crops are not only used for food. Many crops also supply raw materials for agro-based industries like textile industries, sugar factories, tea factories, and more. Now let's start learning each crop one by one. Now let's start with rice. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity, rainfall, and alluvial clay soil. Top producers are China, India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. In West Bengal and Bangladesh, rice can be grown 2 to 3 times a year. Next is wheat. Wheat needs moderate temperature and rainfall, bright sunshine at harvest, and well-drained loamy soil. It is grown in countries like USA, Canada, Russia, Australia, and India. In India, wheat is mainly a winter crop. Now let's learn about millets. Millets are hardy crops and grow in less fertile sandy soil. They need low rainfall and high to moderate temperature. In India, common millets are jowar, bajra, and ragi. They are also grown in Nigeria, China, and Niger. Next is maize, also called corn. It needs moderate temperature, rainfall, lots of sunshine, and fertile soil. It is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, and Mexico. Now let's move to fiber crops. Cotton needs high temperature, light rainfall, bright sunshine, and about 210 frost-free days. It grows well in black and alluvial soil. Leading producers are China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt. Jute is called the golden fiber. It needs alluvial soil, high temperature, heavy rainfall, and humid climate. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers. Next is coffee. Coffee needs a warm and wet climate, well-drained loamy soil, and hill slopes. Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and India. Coffee was discovered by Caldi around AD 850. Now let's learn about tea. Tea needs cool climate, high rainfall, loamy soil and gentle slopes. It also needs many workers to pick leaves. Best tea quality comes from Kenya, India, China and Sri Lanka. Now we come to agricultural development. It means efforts to increase farm production. This can be done by increasing cropped area, growing more crops, improving irrigation, using fertilizers, HYV seeds, and machines. The main aim is food security. Food security exists when all people at all times have access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food for an active and healthy life. Now let's see a farm in India. Manalal from Ghazipur has a small farm of 1.5 hectares. He uses HYV seeds and grows wheat/rice and pulses. He rents a tractor and tube well, uses family labor, sells in mandi, but faces storage problems. Now compare this with the USA. Farms are very large, around 250 hectares. Joe Horan in Iowa has 300 hectares. He grows corn, soybean, wheat, cotton, and sugar beet. He uses modern machines, soil testing, satellite computers, and automated storage. He works like a businessman. Now it's time for assessment. Answer chapter questions, solve MCQs, do seed collection, and compare Indian and USA farmers. Now let's have fun with the crossword. Solve it using the clues to revise important terms. To conclude, commercial farming is done for sale and uses machines. Major crops include food, fiber, and beverage crops. Agricultural development improves production and aims at food security. Case studies show India has small farms, while the USA has large mechanized farms. That's all for part 2.